的贡品，然后呢自己呢坐在法座上，坐在修法的这个座位上，那观想呢对面呢是上师、佛、菩萨。
And then in front of that, oneself and one's own root parents, which means that this life's parents, and then all the sentient beings of the six realms, including the Partho beings.
然后呢，在这个皈依的对境的面前呢，自己以及自己的叫做根本父母，就是这一生的父母，还有所有的众生。那这所有的众生呢，包括在中阴里面的众生。
All in the human form, because to create the auspicious condition that every sentient being, like the non-human beings, like hell realm, hungry ghost realm, animals realm, and so on, are also in human form, so that to create the auspicious condition to obtain the precious human life.
那这一切的众生呢，我们都观成人的这种形式。为什么要这样子呢？因为这样子呢，可以为他们呢，或者说造一个很殊胜的这种缘，就是把一切的地狱、恶鬼、畜生的这一些恶道的众生呢，也都观想成人，这样造成一个很殊胜的一个缘。
And then physically, with the folded hand, verbally reciting the refuge, mentally with a strong faith and devotion, that from the beginningless time until now, that we did not follow the spiritual master's advice, and we did not take refuge in the three jewels. And so due to this, that we experience enormous amount of sufferings. So for now, from this moment until enlightenment is reached, whatever happens in our life, good or bad, success or failure, happiness or sufferings, that we totally relying on the grace of the blessings of the Guru and the Triple Gem, with such a way then take refuge.
那然后呢，在这个之前呢，我们的身体呢合掌，嘴里面呢念诵皈依文，然后我们的心里面呢要具备信心，要具备这种虔诚的皈依心。我们应该这样想，从无始呢一直到现在。那我们呢没有接受呢这种精神、这种灵性的大师的这些教授，我们呢没有皈依三宝，那因为这样子呢，所以受到了很大很大的痛苦，那一直漂流在轮回里面。那从现在开始到我成佛为止，那所有一切的状况，不管那个状况是好是坏，是成是败，是苦是乐，这一切呢，我都要完完全全的依靠上师三宝的加持和指引。
And then Guru and Buddha as the guide who can show the path of liberation, and Dharma as our actual path, and the Sangha as our companions.
那我们要这样看。上师和佛呢是我们的引导，那他呢能够引导我们走上这种解脱道，在解脱道上前进。那法呢是这个解脱道本身，那僧呢是我们在解脱道上的助伴。
And with this way, then we take refuge. As we take refuge, all the sentient beings also physically, verbally, and mentally taking refuge.
那我们就照上面这个方式皈依，然后自己皈依的时候呢，一切众生的身与意也是照刚才讲的那样，同时呢都受皈依。
And we recite the refuge as the four-line refuge, like I take refuge in the holy gurus, I take refuge in the fully enlightened Buddhas, and so on, as many times as possible.
然后呢，念诵这个皈依文。那皈依文就是这边法王讲是4句的皈依文，比如说，我皈依神圣上师，皈依佛，正德等正觉的佛等等，这种用这个4句念诵4句的皈依文，尽可能多念。
And this also describes the two specialties of the Mahayana. One is the purpose of taking refuge. Purpose of taking refuge is not just for the sake of oneself alone, but for the sake of all the other sentient beings. This is one specialty.
那这个呢，同时也指出来大乘的皈依呢，它的2个特点。第一个呢是它的目的，它的皈依的目的的特点，就是说皈依的目的不是只为了自己，而是为了所有的众生。
And also it is the duration. Another specialty is the duration of this refuge. The duration is that from this moment until ourselves attain the full enlightenment, because our ultimate goal is to attain the full enlightenment, and so therefore that we take refuge until enlightenment is reached.
那第2个特点呢，就是说皈依的这种时间的长度，就是从现在开始呢一直到成佛，因为呢我们这个皈依呢是就是说要到最后究竟证得佛果为止，所以它这个时间的长度呢是从现在开始一直到最后成佛为止。
And then after taking refuge, you do the request lines, and the request here is actually connected with the departing from the 4 attachment teachings. And because first you request is to request to bestow the blessings, to go one's mind deeply into the Dharma, which means that in departing from the 4 attachment, which says that if you have attachment to this life, one is not a dharmic person. So that if you attach to this life, then it could not be the Dharma. So completely abandoning this life and then totally being able to devote